And we back. Welcome back and welcome in, everybody. It is From the Pocket coming at you live, semi-live on a Thursday. Christian, I know you're probably for your squad. Tua benched. What's your immediate reaction to that?
Well, it was funny because, before when we got eliminated on Monday after the loss, I was like, all right, so what am I going to – I want to talk a little bit about Miami and what the future was going to look like moving forward. And, long story short, well,
Yeah.
I was going to be like, well, Mike McDaniel, he's probably coached his way into maybe getting another year. He knows football. He's a very smart guy, knows offenses, and if he would have fired him at the end of this year, he would be immediately picked up. Maybe by like the Chiefs that could have been a real possibility. It still might. So I'm indifferent if we do fire him. It is what it is if we do. But if he comes back, I'll be like, okay, fine, sure.
Okay.
But the biggest thing was our quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, and I was getting ready to come on here and say like, hey, what would be a smart decision is to either trade him, and we kind of get fleeced. Obviously, we'd probably have to give up a pick. It's a lot of money. It's like he's making around $55 million. It's like a 90 million cap hit would set the record take the record from the Broncos for that Russell Wilson contract. And we just move on and we just take the huge cap hit, and we not going to sign free agents for 2-3 years, really, and try to maintain our guys and as much as we can, and try to build and just restart. And then I get out of work, and I don't even see an official tweet by the NFL. The first tweet I see about the news is this woman that I don't follow. She's like, but I've seen her post. She's gone viral. She's like this Miami Dolphins fan, and for in her classroom, I don't know what school, what grade she teaches, but in her classroom, she has like the Dolphins schedule, and it was like the path to 4,000 yards or something for Tua. It might have been like in the beginning it was like 5,000, but like she's kind of like lowered the expectations, and she's been doing like going throughout week to week and like how many yards Tua needs to get to 4,000 yards or whatever. And it was her post saying like, how do I explain to my classroom that our quarterback is now being benched? And I was like, wait, what? And so I'm like going down,
man, that's
finding out.
Yeah,
yeah, that's how I found out. It wasn't even from the NFL. So yeah, so we're benching Tua, and I think this is the right move. He is clearly not the same quarterback he was 2-3 years ago when he led the league in passing yards. People like to forget that. I don't know if it's due to the concussions or whatever, the injury risk or whatever, but he hasn't played well since he's gotten this contract. And he's either leading the league or he's high up there in interceptions, and it's just not going well. And he got paid, so good on him. I know they were talking about first things first on what the future may hold for Tua. Like, I don't know if he'll want to be a backup or we trade him or cut him. I don't know who's gonna want to pick him up. There are a few teams that come to mind, but like, do they want to? Like, do they think they can win with him? I think the Colts fit does. I do kind of like that, but at the same time, I don't want to be retreading these. Like, if I'm the Colts, if I'm especially a Colts fan, I want us to draft a guy. Like, Anthony Richardson is clearly not the guy. we should just go into the draft and see what we can do. Well, probably not this draft, obviously, but
yeah, it's probably going to be tough. It's probably going to be tough this draft.
But yeah, I've been talking a lot, but I mean,
No,
yeah, this is the beginning steps on us starting a new chapter. And honestly, I can't be happier. Can't be happier as a fan. Sorry, Tua. Thank you for what you've done for this organization, and making us relevant for these few years. But I mean, it's run its course, and glad you got paid. You seem like a nice dude, but just quarterbacking for the Miami Dolphins is just not for you. I still think he's a bridge quarterback. Like I don't
I think that's a good classification.
Yeah, I don't agree with him being like Nick Wright just hates him, saying he's like the worst. And like I don't agree with that entirely. Like he's not great, and he needs a lot of help. But like if you put him in the right situation, like he can win you some games. He can get you into the playoffs.
Tua is almost at this point a little underrated. And I know, like, I'm not trying to say like he's like a top 12 quarterback or anything and we're all sleeping on him, but like he's like the 18th best quarterback. He's like slightly below average. I think the bridge quarterback moniker is a very good one that you gave him. But like people genuinely think this dude is like the 28th best quarterback in the league. And it's like, no, he is an average bridge system quarterback. Like if he were in Minnesota right now, Minnesota would love him. We would love what Tua was doing.
I don't know about Brian Flores, but
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that dynamic.
I did. It was funny. True. I was thinking about. I'm like, man, what teams would accept him if we were offering trade? Like,
I think Minnesota would love him at this point. Like, they
I don't know about Brian Flores, but I mean,
no, I get it. But like, I mean, the Colts probably can't. But, like, the Colts are not a bad option. I know you talked about them needing to go probably get a quarterback in the draft. But, like, if you're just trying to stabilize or something and just, have, like, competent quarterback play at least for next season, like, I don't think that's a bad. But, like, my point is if a team that has a good roster, a good system, a good offensive-minded coach can bring Tua in, like, I think Tua would be fine. I don't think he'd be, like, a contender. I don't think he'd be ever an MVP kid. But, like, I agree with you. He can win, like, 10, 11 games. He can get you to the playoffs. He might even win you a playoff game. But, I mean, obviously, like, there was a period of time where we liked Tua and it was going well. And you've seen as Miami has just atrophied and not built its team well, Tua and that team have suffered as a result. Tua is he is the tractor trailer thing that Bucky Brooks talks about, where some guys are tractors, some dudes are trailers. Some dudes are pulling you, some dudes are getting pulled. And Tua's never going to be a tractor. That's fine. But I feel like we're too harsh on these quarterbacks who, like, they just never get an opportunity to be in a good system, and we think they're bad as a result. And I think Tua is kind of an example of that. So good luck, Tua. I'm sure Tua is doing just fine. He's getting paid $50 million. Yeah. He's living in Miami. Like, you could not bother that guy, I'm sure. He does not care what you think, what I think, what any of us think. So, but it's going to be interesting to see where he goes from here. And the fact that, like, Mike McDaniel made this call, right? Because, like, he's the coach.
Okay, I was wondering who made this call.
I mean, it had to be Mike McDaniel. He's the coach.
Yeah.
Chris Greer's not there anymore. So, like, unless ownership stepped in and told him, unless Stephen Ross stepped in and told him, you need to bench him. But, like, it is interesting if Mike McDaniel made that call, I mean, how far have we fallen from when he was talking up Tua and how much he loved Tua and, being involved in helping sign him. And now we're here, like, in a lost season, benching him. It's kind of crazy.
He hasn't been great. And, look, and what he did against the Steelers, with 2 interceptions, like he's talked about it. He can't see over the line. Interviews haven't been great over this year.
Wonky, very wonky.
Yeah, and then the injury history, and he can't really run.
Yeah, he's not very mobile, and he's injury prone too. I mean, as you just said, so it's just It's tough.
Yeah, so yeah, throw the rook in. We'll see what Quinn Ewers can do. I'm not a big fan of Quinn Ewers, but it's fine.
All right. Let's move on to some other topics right now. We got Cam Ward demanding to be a part of the Titans head coach candidate search. Said, quote, I want to meet all of them. Every coach who's going to get the opportunity to come here, I want to meet them. Have conversations throughout the whole process with them, because that's something I'm going to be here with for that time.
That's that last part. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, reading the headline, I was like, huh? I was like, little head scratching. But then I read the quote, and I was like, okay, I get where he's coming from. It's just that last bit, because I'm like, dude, I know you're the first overall pick. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you got some runway. Don't get me wrong, but you have not looked good this year, dog. Like, there's been flashes. Don't get me wrong, but like everyone shows flashes. Like that, everyone shows flashes, but you haven't put a consistent year together. It's been kind of shaky. I know the Titans aren't the best, but I hear what he's saying. He is going to be, I mean, he's the number one. He was the number one overall pick. So, like I said, he has some runway. He's going to be there at least for 4 or 5 years, depending on what they do on his 5th-year option. So I understand. And when you are the number one pick, you probably should have some leeway or some input on what can come in. But yeah, it's just a little weird coming from Cam Ward, you know?
Honestly, I actually disagree with that.
Really?
Yeah. So a couple things, like his stats aren't good, but I've really tried to kind of catch up on Titans games and watch them throughout the year. And I haven't watched every single Titans game, but I've watched a good amount of them. I still am a big believer in Cam Ward. Like, I still think,
I'm not saying he can't do it.
Yeah, I feel it. But like, I think he's having a better season than people let on. And I think really the problem is everything around him is just so horrible. I mean, it is as bad as you think it is. But I will, like, this to me gets into the exact conversation we were having about Joe Burrow and T. Higgins, where it's like the moment, like, if the Titans are going to capitulate to Cam Ward and be like, okay, Cam, you can have it. Like, Cam Ward, like, I'm sure he knows more about quarterbacking than I do. I'm sure he knows how to read defenses. Like, I give him all that, but like, there are people in that Titans organizations whose job it is to figure out whether or not a coach is good. And Cam Ward is not one of them. Like, I understand if maybe we're like, I just want to see if I vibe with him or something, or like sure. But to me, it's just like, Cam, you play football. That's your job. Let the front office do our job. We're going to find you a head coach. And
they had one.
Yeah, and maybe you say, well, okay, how can we trust the Titans to find a head coach? They just had Brian Callahan. Yeah, not Bill, Brian, who was canned after a season and a few games. But, I mean, they did find Mike Vrabel. And this was a Titans organization, I will say, they made the call after they got bounced in the playoffs to fire Mike
Vrabel?
No, it wasn't Mike Vrabel. It was the coach before Mike Vrabel.
Oh, I do not know then.
I'm trying to I could remember. I can remember it. It's Mike something. Mike Mularkey. Mike Mularkey. They lost, and then that's when they brought in Mike Vrabel. And it was kind of crazy because it was like, you're firing Mike Mularkey after he just got you to the playoffs? And then obviously hiring Mike Vrabel was the right move. I am just iffy about letting a player have a say in that, especially, like, I mean, again, like, what does, Joe Burrow doesn't know how to construct a roster, right? Other people who are paid to do that and have been scouting and have been moving their way up those ranks to be a GM, like, those are the guys that you would trust to do that. I think Cam Ward being like, I want to meet him. It's like, and do what? And do what, Cam?
Just talk to him. Have a conversation.
I guess. So anyway, that was my thoughts. What else you got, Christian? What else you want to talk about?
Do you want to talk about the some games going forward? Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of consequential games this week.
yeah.
Obviously, the Thursday night game.
Yes.
We're going to find out who the best in the conference is once and for all.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, if the Rams beat the Seahawks in Seattle, I think it's a wrap.
They're winning the.
I think it's a wrap.
They're going to the Super Bowl, or they're going to win the.
I don't think there's a team in the conference that can beat. If the Rams can go into Seattle and get a win,
that is fair. Yeah,
it's a wrap. There's not a team unless barring some crazy knock on wood injury or issue that happens with the Rams. I don't think there's a team in that conference that can beat them. The Packers, I don't think they could even when they were healthy. Now they definitely can't. Sam Darnold, his kryptonite seems to be the Rams at that point. And, who else you want? The Eagles, the Bucs, the Niners, the Bears, the Lions,
Panthers.
The Panthers. The Panthers are the one. They're the one. They're gonna find themselves in the conference championship.
Talking about this game, Seattle is going to be without their left tackle Charles Cross. He ruled out their left tackle, and then Devontae Adams is doubtful for the Rams. But yes, big game tomorrow or today, technically. Excited about this one. Pretty even split. Even though the Seattle is favored at home, just 1.5 according to ESPN. I am really, really excited for this one. I don't know a Thursday night game I have been really excited for this year, and but this is one of them. And I do agree, if the Rams can go in here and take care of business against Seattle, then. Yeah, I don't know who is stopping this team in the NFC. It can be Seattle, obviously. Like you said, Packers, Jordan Love, just not sure. They're not at full strength, missing Micah. It's probably not the Bears, even though they're having a good season, and they're playing for a home playoff game this Saturday. So that's going to be fun to watch as well. And yeah, I don't think it's the Eagles, the Bucs/Panthers, not them.
Yeah.
I agree. A little bit about the Rams. How do you feel about this kind of late resurgence for Josh Allen snatching?
I think that is the dumbest. I think that is so dumb. Like, look. I love Josh Allen, okay? I remember a couple years ago when Josh Allen was having all those turnover things and everybody was just trashing him, and I felt like I was the one person sitting there going like, guys, Josh Allen has always been this. Like, and he has won a ton with it, and now we're pretending like they're losing because of it. Like, no, they're losing because of they're winning 12 games with Josh Allen throwing a bunch of picks and fumbling the ball no matter what. Like, you can't tell me now that he's fumbling the ball a bunch and throwing picks. Like, that's why they're losing. Like, it just made no sense to me. But, like, and I get it. Josh Allen is, like, superhuman, okay? He's a quarterback built in a lab. He's 6'10", 250 pounds, runs
married to Haley Steinfeld.
Just is having a baby with Haley Steinfeld. Like you want to have a baby with Haley Steinfeld?
Hell yeah, I would. What?
All right, anyway,
just be in the same room with Haley Steinfeld.
Off topic. I'm getting back to it though.
Yeah,
but, I didn't
mean it. Sorry,
you're good. Like, he runs, a 4.5, 4.6. Like, he could throw the ball 80 yards. It's just like the dude was made in a lab, and he also, knock on wood, like we talk about Gronk and how Gronk was made in a lab. Gronk got hurt a lot. A lot of these like specimen kind of players that are just all around incredibly talented and physically gifted, outside of like Calvin Johnson, they all kind of get hurt a lot. Josh Allen, knock on wood, has not gotten hurt a lot. So, like, I understand. I say all that to say this. I understand the love for Josh Allen, but guys, come on.
And we gave it to him last year, which I thought it probably should have went to Lamar.
I still think it should have gone to Lamar.
But we gave it to him last year, and like, bro, Stafford is 30. 37 touchdowns, almost has 40. He's about to get 40 touchdowns in under 10 picks. Like, he's 37 touchdowns, 5 picks, 3,722 yards. They're 11-3, have already clinched a playoff berth, have potential to get the number 1 seed. And he's been like, yeah, like, he's in the beginning of the year was a little rough, but for the most part, he has played consistently well over this entire season, while Josh Allen, like,
it's been up and down.
Like,
I mean, and he was having a period of time where he was turning the ball over a lot. Like, which I'm not saying again. Like, I know I just defended him on that, but like, that does disqualify you for MVP. Like, you don't get to have that kind of season. I will give Josh Allen credit here. He does have as many touchdowns as Matt Stafford. They both have 37 total touchdowns. But
total.
I mean,
I'm sorry, Matthew Stafford's. Look, I know I was bashing the dude, but I'm sorry, this man is what, like, pushing 40 or whatever, however old he is. He can't run. Like, he can't truck a linebacker over. So, I agree with you. I think it's a bit ridiculous. I don't, like, every time Josh Allen, like, has, like, puts a few games together, we're like, oh, he could be the MVP.
Every time. I mean, we were trying to give it to him when he was going to be a 10-7 quarterback a few years ago, and it's like, guys, and look, I'm not pretending like it's so insane. Like, he's a game under Matt Stafford. You know, if he can come back and win this division, like, that helps.
I'm just thinking, like, Matthew Stafford would have to fall out of the sky these last 3 games.
I think what Matthew Stafford, like, I understand Josh Allen has maybe not had as much help as Matt Stafford, but, like, I think that's part of it. Like, Matt Stafford has had the remarkable season. I mean, he's had that. And, like, Josh Allen just hasn't. He has not had that. Like, if Josh Allen is going to win this, we're changing the definition of what the MVP has been. The MVP has been the player that has played the best, or I guess at this point, the quarterback that has played the best. And that's not been Josh Allen. Josh Allen, I mean, no offense, like, Drake May has played better this year than Josh Allen. I think there's an argument, like, I feel like Josh Allen is in that tier this year with Dak, where it's like, obviously Josh Allen has had more success, and I think Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Dak, but, like, in terms of their seasons, like, I feel like they're both kind of, like, in the same tier of MVP conversation. It's like they're under that serious tier of, like, yeah, you know, I guess, but not a real contender. So anyway, yeah, no, I don't agree with it.
How do you feel about the there it is. How do you feel about the Patriots being underdogs on the road versus
I got some
Baltimore?
thoughts about it. You're going to find out in Jake's picks this week.
Okay. I think it's it opened at 2.5. Now it's gone up to 3 on ESPN's website. I guess I'll share mine here since I brought it up. I mean, I get it. Patriots coming off a bad loss last week, you know, giving up 21 points. They were up 24-7 at one point during that game. Look, I get it. I mean, this is like the number 7th scoring offense, the 7th scoring defense or something. They're up there defensively. And I know, like, we can just chunk, you know, the Patriots. Well, the Patriots haven't played anybody. Like, we can throw that card at them all the time. But I've at least seen consistent play from the Patriots. Like, you know, Drake May's been good. He was an MVP candidate for a lot of this season. And, you know, they can throw the ball, they can run the ball pretty well, and they can prevent you from scoring at times. But on the other hand, I'm looking at Baltimore being favored. I'm like, when has Baltimore ever put a consistent game together where they play good, they play well defensively, and they play well offensively? Well, they put it 24-0 against the Bengals. It's like, well, the Bengals defense is garbage, and we're sitting over here trying to decipher what's wrong with Joe Burrow in his interviews. I'm like, this isn't like Lamar hasn't been the same since coming back from the injury. You know, the defense is playing well. at times, but now at the beginning of the season it was offense is amazing, defense can't stop anybody. Then after the injury and they lost those games, and then Lamar came back, it was the defense is playing really well, but offensively they've been just not very good. And Lamar, we're like, what's wrong with Lamar? So I just don't understand how I get it, they're at home. It's a playoff game for Baltimore.
Yeah.
Patriots, it does kind of suck that they lost last week, in a playoff type environment as well against a division opponent as well. But I just don't see why. I just don't get it. Like, even if you want, like, I would say, like, I think this line should maybe be like -1.5 for the Patriots.
Okay.
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 I think the Patriots should be favored. Like, they've been the more consistent team. I know they haven't played a lot of people. I know their strength of schedule is not tough, but like at the end of the day, you play who you play. You play who you play.
I feel like you're not wrong, and I do feel like there is just that lingering. I mean, again, like, this gets deep into like how Vegas like calculates it and stuff, and I mean, I imagine a lot of their calculation is like, what's happened this year, obviously, but I gotta, this kind of line, right? You gotta feel like they're calculating. It's just this kind of, well, it's Lamar and the Ravens factor, right? Whether or not that's valid this year, like it has always been that way from their perspective. So it is strange, and I agree with you. It's a little frightening. I'll give my pick on how I think that's gonna go, because that is
I'm not gonna pick
my best bets. That is in my best bets.
Ooh, I can't wait to see where you go.
But I mean, I think both sides do have a good argument. Like, one, the Ravens are obviously desperate. You can make the case that last week wasn't an aberration. It wasn't the Bengals just giving up. It was actually the Ravens locking in. But I think for the Patriots, they know they let one get away that they shouldn't have. And they're going to be in prime time in a playoff atmosphere. And it's another opportunity to kind of go show the world that, no, we can go into these areas and kind of beat these teams. So, yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, but
no, yeah.
They're playing for something still too. They're playing for a home playoff game, or potentially, like up until the AFC champion. Like, it could happen.
No, I think that they're only a game out from. And to be fair, the Broncos. They had to play the Chiefs. Like, that's no longer a huge highlight. But no, they're only a game out of getting that 1 seed still. It's still very much in play for them. And this is going to be Sunday Night Football in Baltimore against a desperate Ravens team. You're coming off a bad loss. You still have something to play for. Like, you're going to get a good Patriots effort. It's just a matter of, are the Patriots actually as good as their record indicates, or have they just kind of gotten to beat up on bad teams? I think the Patriots, I know they lost last week, but I think that was more of just an inexperience loss more than it was you guys just aren't good enough loss. I was honestly impressed. They were up on the Bills 21-0, 24-7. Like, they could not be stopped, and their defense was stopping that Bills offense. And so I think they're definitely good enough to get the job done. I think they have proven that at certain points of the season, and I think this is going to be another point to prove that. It's just a matter of, can you overcome that burden of lack of experience, which is, we see it with young teams. The lights get bright, and all those teams that are, it happened. You can list countless examples of that. So they have an opportunity to overcome it. And the Ravens have an opportunity to show, no, we are back, actually. So it's a very pivotal game. Very exciting. Cannot wait. And then I guess since we're here, let's go ahead and talk about
the other big one.
Yeah, which one do you got? I got one.
I was Packers Chicago.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay. I was like,
Bucs Panthers is kind of big, but
I like that one just because, like, they're not over with, but it's a fight for the NFC South, which should be fun. It's a divisional game like that. But yeah, I mean, I think this is the other marquee game on solo
Huge.
stage on a Saturday on Fox, so it's going to be very, very fun. Yeah,
Very
Chicago, Chicago, Chicago Packers. I'm
The
looking at the
Chicago
game.
Packers. The Chicago Packers.
I'm
yeah.
looking at the game and I'm just over here.
Cannot read. I gotcha.
Yeah, big game over here. Packers are favored. Oh no, Chicago is favored. Sorry, it
yeah,
opened
by
up.
a point and a half.
Yeah, okay, it opened up with the Packers being favored by 3 points, but now it has flipped to Chicago. Chicago is at home. Last matchup, it was Packers dominated the first half. Then Chicago made it a game in the second half. Unfortunately, Caleb Williams threw the pick to end the game, but yeah, I think we both talked about it coming into for when they played them last week. It was like, hey, you put on some solid tape in that second half. You should have a good game plan on how to attack them this in this go around, and this has got a lot of cachet for this game. Whoever wins this game is on top of the division here, has the potential to have a home playoff game. So what are your thoughts going into this game, Jake?
I mean, look, Chicago is near and dear to my heart because I lived there, and I'm trying to not kind of.
I do love Chicago.
I do too. I respect them. I loved living there, and I already hated the Packers. I'm a Cowboys fan, and I saw that team ruin my. I mean, they've done it 3 times in my life. 3 times. The Packers have ended the Cowboys season 3 times in my life. And
oh yeah,
I mean, Dez catch,
again.
Dak's first playoff game, and obviously that horrific debacle from a couple years ago with Jordan Love in his first playoff game.
Yeah.
So I don't like the Packers. Now I'm trying to not let that cloud my objectivity, but I so desperately want the Bears to win this and prove that they are the real deal and their time is now. And everybody doubted us early on, said that we were fraudulent and we wouldn't beat the Eagles. We played in Lambeau tight. Now we're beating them in Soldier Field and taking firm control of this division. Like, we both had them finishing 4th place. Like, what an amazing story.
No, I was one of them.
They go from last, if they're the team that went in the hardest division in the league, arguably, they're the ones that go from last to first. Like, an amazing story.
Happens every year.
It does. But it usually happens with, like, this team's quarterback got his leg blown out last year. It's the Bengals, or it's somebody just who had a rough go at it, but they're still the best team or one of the best teams, The Niners last year, right? Like, they were a candidate because they're actually a pretty good team. They just had some terrible injury luck last year. But I look at the Bears, and there's just that same thing I have with the Cowboys where it's just like, are they gonna do it though?
Can they step up in big spots?
Can they actually step up and do it? And I am doubtful. I wish I could say I wasn't. I am doubtful. I feel like it's not just the Bears flailing in big games. It's that they flail in big games to this
team specifically.
And if they flail again, like, it's not over. I mean, they're going to be in the playoffs. They might even run into them again. Who knows? It would be in Lambeau. But, they still can build next year. Like, this, they're in the early part of their window, like, which is great to hear. But, like, if you can beat this team, how many demons do you exercise? How does the community react?
Right, the cry, the many times this team has beaten you.
And it would, like, I know it's like, well, they've beaten, this has happened recently, like back when the Bears in 2018 won the division, but like the Packers weren't good. The Packers weren't good that year. Yeah, that was Mitch Trubisky. Yeah. That was Mitch Trubisky and Matt Nagy in his first year.
Yeah.
But they beat the Packers that year, but like the Packers, that was the year they fired Mike McCarthy in the middle of the season. Like it was not a good season for them.
2018 was crazy. They fired McCarthy. I didn't remember that. Okay.
Yeah, he lost to the Cardinals in the middle of the season, and they fired him. And Joe Philbin, actually, who coached the Dolphins for a period of time, took over. So like they have that, and they could say, well, we beat them, but like it's different when you're neck and neck at the end of the race and you beat them. Like, we have never seen Chicago do that in our lifetimes. Because I don't think what were the Packers in 2006 when the Bears went to the Super Bowl? They were 8-8. Yeah, like they were 8-8. Like, it just is going to really hit different. It's going to really hit different. And I really am rooting for them. Can they do it? I think so. I mean, I think Micah Parsons being out is going to be a huge deal for that defense. I think Christian Watson was doing numbers for them, and I think that's going to be something they have to adjust their offense to. I think the Bears for the last 6 quarters have looked phenomenal. I mean, they were beating up on the Packers in that second half, and they obviously blew out the Browns last week. And the Packers, they played a good game against the Broncos, but they've lost one. They're going on the road back-to-back weeks. They're maybe peaking at the Ravens the week after too. Like, they can't overlook this game, obviously. This is the game, but I think, like, the circumstance, and I think that even adds more pressure to Chicago because, like, the circumstances are really lining up for them, and it's like, you should do this. You're favored at home. So I think they can, but will they? I don't know.
Yeah, I do. I also share that sentiment, and a lot of what you said. It's just, can they do it? And I'm rooting for them too. I have no qualms, but excited to watch this one. This is going to be on Saturday at 7:20 on Fox.
Amazing.
In Soldier Field.
Cannot.
Is it going to snow this game? I know it's going to be cold. I wonder if it's going to be like, how cold is it going to be?
All right, bet.
Nothing on it, but yeah.
All right, we got tiers this week.
Tiers.
All right, let's go. It's getting thin up there, though.
It is getting tight. A lot of teams, a lot of eliminations. The usual suspects: the Giants, Saints, Browns, Cardinals, Raiders, Titans, Jets, Falcons, Commanders. Newly added are the Dolphins, the Vikings, the Bengals, and the Chiefs. Who would have thought?
Insane.
But yeah, those are it's official. It's official. These teams are done. A lot of these teams may be rebuilding. Some are going to be readjusting their rosters, looking toward the draft and all that stuff, free agency. So yeah, it is done for those teams. Next up, we got the facing elimination. We got the Ravens, the Cowboys, and the Colts. Ravens' only path really is winning this division. They still have a good shot, but tough opponent against the Patriots. We'll see. Dallas losing to the Vikings really, really hurt them on Sunday night.
I cannot believe you have not eliminated them.
They have a 1% chance.
They earned it. They earned it.
They have it. If they lose, I mean, they have to. Philly has to lose they have to lose to the Commanders twice and to the Bills, and the Cowboys have to win out, and they're playing the Chargers. So it's a facing elimination. Like, they're not officially eliminated, but if they lose this one on Sunday versus the Chargers, it's over. And then the Colts, they are the 8th seed outside looking in right now. They can't drop any more. I don't know what happens if they lose, but I imagine it's not. If they dropped to 8 and 7, I think it's pretty much over for them as well. So yeah, I think if any of these teams lose, I guess Baltimore, I think, is the only one that still has a shot, but depending on what the Steelers do. But yeah, that's the facing elimination tier. Next up, we got the NFC South. One of these teams are going to win it, and they're playing each other this Sunday. Bucs Panthers. I guess whoever wins this one, I guess if the Bucs win this one, and I think they win either the following week or the final week of the season against the Panthers, they should win it. And then if the Panthers lose this one and then lose another one, well, okay, we're getting into playoff scenarios.
Yeah, the match.
It gets weird. So basically, it's a must-win game for both. This is just plain and simple.
I mean, yeah, I would say it's more important for the Panthers just because they have Seattle next week, whereas Tampa Bay has, Miami. No offense to your Dolphins.
Yeah.
So, like, and this one's in Carolina. So, like,
Yeah.
If you don't win this one, you got to go beat Seattle and pray and pray that the Bucs lose to the Dolphins. Yeah. And even if that happens, then you got to go into Tampa Bay and be ready to win a game. So, I mean, I think this game is way more important for the Panthers than the Bucs.
Yeah. Well said, Jake. All right, next up we got the AFC North. It's just the Steelers. They're on top. Not much to say here. They're on top. I don't think this team will go very far, unless I think their only good matchup is probably maybe the Chargers is their best matchup, honestly. But like, I wouldn't. I still don't know if they win that game. So, but everyone else, they lose to. Next up, we got the Living on a Prayer, and that's the Detroit Lions. Outside looking in, being the 8th seed. I think they're them and the Cowboys. Oh, and the Panthers, obviously. They're the 8th seed, 8-6. They're living on a prayer. They got to
living on a prayer.
One of these teams drop out. So I mean, I guess they're rooting for the Chicago to beat the Packers, and then they need to win their game, or not. Even if San Fran loses, they're still behind San Fran. So yeah, they're rooting for Chicago to beat the Packers this week, and they got to win their game. So it's a long shot for the Lions. Next up,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. One more time on the Lions, though.
Yeah, I was gonna. I didn't know if you had it. I was gonna ask if you had their playoff odds.
I don't have their odds, but they have their odds are not bad. Like the Bears have to play the Packers and the 49ers these next 2 weeks, which I don't think they'll lose both of them, but like they're both losable games. The Lions have to play the Steelers at home. And then they got to go play the Vikings, which I know they've already lost to the Vikings, but like at least on paper, that is a much easier road than what the Bears have. So like there's a really realistic scenario where the Bears do go 0-2 these next couple weeks. The Lions go 2-0, and then they're playing in Soldier Field week 18 to win and get in. So
that could be. I know we're trying to predict the weeks at the last game of the final game of the season. That could be one of them.
And the Packers,
winning you get in.
They got to play the Bears this week. They got to play the Ravens next week, which, again, maybe you don't have a ton of confidence in the Ravens, but that's still a tough game. Like, I want to play. I would rather play a lot of other teams before I'd want to play a desperate Ravens team. So, like, right now it is kind of slim for the Lions, but, like, they have a lot of opportunity for the teams that they need to lose. And ideally, because they play the Bears, they're probably going to be rooting for the Packers this week. So anyway, I just wanted to say, like, on the outside looking in, a little bit of a long shot, but it is very much alive for the Lions.
Okay. Yeah, I guess either one, I guess. Oh yeah, but they got swept by the Packers.
Yeah. So, and they get a chance at the Bears. They still have it. So,
okay. So they are rooting for the Packers.
Bears drop. If the Lions win their next two, they're 10-6. If the Bears drop one of their next two, what are they? They're 10. They're 11-5. The Bears. So that would set up the 11-5 Bears.
No, they'd be 10. They're 8-6 right now, so they'd be 10 if they win their next two.
Yeah, the Lions, if they win their next two, they're 10-6. If the Bears drop one of their next two, they're 11-5. So even that scenario sets up the Lions 10-6 versus the 11-5 Bears, and both of their division records at that point I think are identical. Because they both will have lost. Well, the Bears, yeah. I mean, it's going to get tight. It's going to get tight for the Bears because they've lost.
This could be the final game of the regular season. That should be fun. Win and get in.
They've lost three division games. The Bears have. They've lost it each to the Vikings, to the Packers, and to the Lions. And the Lions have lost to the Packers twice. And to the Vikings once. So they're going to go into that game with the same division record, assuming the Lions beat the Vikings. So it gets weird. This NFC North race is insane. So anyway, sorry to interrupt, but
no, you're good. Next up, we got on to Buffalo, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles. They should handle the Commanders. I think easily. Like not playing for much. I mean, the Commanders could play spoilers, but this team is, I think, kind of giving up and not very good. Jaden McDaniels, he's out, right?
Yeah, they benched it. They put him on ice.
Yeah. So they're moving on to Buffalo. We'll see. We'll come back on to Philly and we'll see what kind of team they are. But if they lose the Commanders, oh boy, Dallas might perk up a little bit. They just got to beat. And they're playing Saturday, right?
Yeah.
They're playing Saturday, so Cowboys can perk up if the Eagles find a way to lose. Next up, we got the good season. Don't think these teams will go very far in the postseason, but they've had really good seasons. As the 49ers, all their injury history this year. The Jags, who, I mean, Trevor has been. We kind of been poo-pooing on Trevor, but these past 4 games or whatever, you'll look at his stats. Nick Wright will tell you he's been the best quarterback in the league, which is funny because we did this before. We're doing the same. History repeats itself. He did this a few years ago when they were on that run.
Yeah,
and I guess he did one win against the other team that's on this list, and it's the Chargers. At some point, it's going to catch up to them, like with the injuries to the offensive line and all that, and Herbert can't do it all, and he hasn't been the best playoff performer, but good season by all these teams. Maybe one playoff game, but probably not for most of them. Maybe one of them is probably going to get out of the first round, probably. Next up, we got the home playoff game on the line here, and this is the game we just got done talking about. It's the Chicago Bears and the Packers. Very big game Saturday night. Can't wait to watch that one on Fox. Should be a fun game. Should be very tense. Playoff has the air of a playoff game. Like this is going to be serious stuff, and it's in Soldier Field. And it should be pretty fun. Chicago fans gonna be booing, gonna be coming out strong for Packers fans. I mean, they live right close to each other, so I'm not saying it's gonna be 50-50, but there's a good chance there's gonna be quite a few Packers fans.
Packers fans, respect. Like they are everywhere. They're hard to come by in Chicago,
and it's not that far. Like we tried to go
3 hours.
It's like 3-hour drive. So that is nothing.
It's from DFW to Austin.
So we will
right down I-35.
Pretty fun. Can't wait to watch that one. Next up, we got the have potential. They have potential. You squint a little bit, and you could maybe see him in the Super Bowl. Maybe, I don't know. I'm coming around on Seattle. Maybe. At defense,
I love
Sam
that
Darnold.
defense.
Can Sam Darnold get over his demons? Well, and the Texans. Great defense.
Yeah.
I will say we have seen CJ Stroud has won a couple playoff games. He's won 2 playoff games in the divisional round and in the wild card, excuse me. The offense looks good. The offense is looking good right now, and we know what that defense can do. So
I love that defense.
And a wide open AFC playoff tournament, single game elimination. They could do it.
For sure.
Next up, we got the good teams.
Okay. Seattle, not a good team. Texans, not a good team. Christian,
potential.
That's Christian's take right now, ladies and gentlemen. Seattle and Houston are not good
I think
teams.
Above them, I think you might agree with. You might agree. Okay, now I'm looking at one of them. I'm like,
Let's
maybe.
Go ahead.
Good teams. You got the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots.
Yeah. They're good. They're
good, and I mean it should
Those other
be
ones
Buffalo. They have potential. They can maybe win it. But would I be shocked if the Bills make it? No, they should. They have the best quarterback. Probably gonna have the best quarterback in the AFC in this playoffs, this upcoming playoffs. So they should make it. And then Drake May and the Patriots have had the best season. Well, not the best because of Broncos, but second best season in the league right now in the AFC. They can score really well. They can play really good defense. I know it hurts to have that 21 point comeback or losing a game where they were up 21-0 on a team is rough, but I think I like this team, and Drake May doesn't seem like he's afraid of the moment. I wouldn't put that loss on Drake May against Buffalo, but he is still young, and these young teams, as we said, it can sneak up on you, and these veteran teams, and like the Buffalo Bills with a great quarterback who's been there, done that, and performs well in the playoffs, that they can get you. So I do think the Patriots are a good team. I know the record it doesn't say much, but hey, like I said, you got to play who you play, and they were up on this team, so unfortunate. And then the best took me a minute, but I finally
say it. Show your face and say it.
I finally.
He's awakened. He has seen the light.
The Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams are up here. I mean, look, I said it on Sunday. If we get this, Bo Nix, then hell yeah, man.
Look, I want to say this. I said there's a good chance this would happen. I said we saw this happen last year where early on we were like, Bo mid, Bo not good. And then we were like, oh, did you know Bo in the last 6 games of the season was posting 100 passer ratings and had all these touchdowns and not a lot of interceptions? And that's exactly what we saw this year. I think Sean Payton, because Sean Payton's a great coach, he has figured out, I just need to put Bo in a situation where he can play. Because I think Bo Nix came into the season, there was a ton of expectation. You got to take the second step. You've got a team that's ready to compete. Sean Payton is saying, this is a Super Bowl team.
He's talking a lot
and this guy, Bo Nix, is one of the 2 or 3 best quarterbacks in the league in 3 years from now. He's going to be amazing. And I think Bo was coming in with pressure and pressing. And I think Sean Payton has just created a system where now they're getting out of the huddle faster. Now the reads are a little simpler. And now he's just able to go out there and play. And I think over time he has found his footing this season. And I think that's why I don't think it's a mistake or a coincidence that we're getting this version now. I think Bo Nix has settled into the season and is having that confidence gained again. So this team's scary. I've been saying.
You did. And I didn't want to hear it.
I almost want to cry.
Because of the quarterback. But, they're 12-2. Great win against the Packers. We know what that defense can do. And, they have a really, really good shot to be really, really good shot. I mean, they have the shot to get the number 1 seed here. And, that bodes very, very well for them. Don't have to go anywhere, don't travel nowhere. They could potentially be hosting the AFC Championship if they hold on to the number 1 seed. And, that bodes very, very well. They play very, very well at home. And, they got a good defense, and Bo Nix confident. We could see them in the postseason, obviously, in the Super Bowl. And then the Rams, arguably, I wouldn't even say arguably. I would say they've been the best team in the entire league, especially in the NFC. They got a big test tomorrow. Can't wait to watch that one. But if they handle business like I think they can tomorrow, then this team should be in the play. It should be in the Super Bowl, and it could be Rams Broncos, which phenomenal Super Bowl. I would love that Super Bowl.
I would too. No, that's the tiers. It's over.
Dim's the tiers.
Yeah, that's fair. That's where it should end. Look, I think you have Seattle and Houston a little low. I have a top 10 list coming out tomorrow.
They're the 6th best team in the league. What?
Yeah, you got me there. You got me there. I think I'm just quabbling over the tier names. You got me. You're right. You're fair. Okay. Honestly,
actually, they're 5 and 6. Where did you put them?
On my top 10 coming out on Thursday, I have them at. I think I have them at 7.
The Seattle?
No, Houston. I have Seattle at. I have Seattle at 2. I should probably put the Broncos above them because Sam Darnold is kind of cooling down.
Wait, where's your Broncos at 3?
I think I have Denver at 3. Yeah.
Damn, he don't believe in y'all.
No, don't.
Damn,
I have them as
he
the
don't
best
believe
team in the
y'all,
conference.
Denver.
I've
been here this entire. I've been saying y'all ain't real.
You can't claim them from me. You can't claim them from me.
That's crazy.
That's not fair. No. I have them as the best team in the conference. I have them as the best team in the conference. I'm gonna go double check.
That's wild.
No.
Has y'all at number 3? Now look, I haven't believed in y'all the entire season. And this man been
don't listen to him, Denver. Don't listen to him.
Time. And now when
he's trying to distract you,
to rank y'all. Now he has number 3 below Seattle.
He's trying to distract you.
It's crazy.
I have been faithful. I have been so faithful to the Broncos. All right. Anyway, that was a good list, Christian. I appreciated it.
I think some of these are ranked off of like what I think was gonna happen in the playoffs, like one of the is Chicago or Packers. You know, like one of them is not gonna. Well, one of them is like gonna get a playoff game, or get home playoff games, while the other one's gonna be traveling.
And I am about to confirm, so I do have the Texans at 7. Here we go. This is where we're at. Damn, I do have the Broncos at 3.
What did I say?
That's ugly.
I got y'all number 2. Number 2.
That's ugly.
Number 2. This man got y'all number 3. Y'all are number 2. Y'all up here with the Rams.
Don't listen to that man.
Up here with the Rams. That man has y'all 3rd behind Sam Darnold.
Don't listen to that man. Anyway,
ridiculous.
Let's get into Jake's picks. That's what we're here for, you know. We got to get into Jake's picks. All right, here we go. Okay, look. Christian, I said last week I was getting fearful. And my fear is only growing. Because
getting too good.
We last week maybe got a little cocky. Okay, and we went against a lot of the pros.
You did, yeah. You're talking.
We went against a lot of the pros. We went Bills Patriots. We were on the other side of that one. Chargers Chiefs was a big pro bet that we were on the other side of.
I told you, I picked
Broncos Packers was one we were on the opposite side of the pros on. We did side with them on the Rams, but despite all that, we went 4-1. We were right. The pros were wrong. That's what it's all about. Look, we'll talk about the one loss, Raiders plus 11.5. Bummer. Tough. That wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Would I bet it again? Maybe. It was just a weird, they had like 85 yards in that game or something like that. Something terrible. It was bad. Everything else, look, I won't lie. We got a little lucky. Okay, we had the Bills plus 1.5.
It was rough.
Got a little lucky there. Chargers plus 5.5. I never felt like they were down by 10 at one point. I never felt like I wasn't going to cover that. I always felt like we won outright on that. Rams minus 6. Got a little lucky on that one. They were down by 10 points at one point in that game. And then Broncos plus 2.5. They were down by 9 at one point, but I never had a doubt about that one. I was like, we're fine. We're fine. So that means we are now 45-30 on the season.
Damn.
Cue the trumpets because we're officially 60%.
Whew.
We're officially 60%.
That's a good year. And you started what?
5-10.
Damn.
5-10. We're 40-20 in our past 60 bets. That's 12 weeks. Yeah, we have just been, it's been insane every single week after week. Yeah, and to be honest, like, we only bet 100 games. So we have 25 bets left, but like we're locked in at minimum now to 45%. That's not great. But like if we go 10-15 over the last part of this season, we're going to be 55% on the season. So like barring some insane catastrophic fall out of the sky over a period of time, not even just 1 week, like we go 0-5 this week, we're still golden. Like that's how like much cred we've kind of built up with the math, like it's going to take an insane drop out of the sky for us to not end up being profitable on the season. So with that said, we went through the ones last week. We got 5 more this week. I won't lie. I don't love these ones this week. They're kind of hard. But I do have 5. Yeah. And how great do I feel about them? I don't know. We're going to find out. First one is on that Thursday night game.
Ooh, okay.
Give me the Rams plus 1.5. Rams plus 1.5. Rams were favored in this, which means...
Oh, it opened, do you think? Oh.
Yes, which means Seattle was a dog and has been bet into being a favorite, which tells you should fade the Seahawks, because that on the Seahawks is a bad side. So I'm going to take the opposite of that. I'm going to take the team that started as a favorite and got bet into being a dog. I mean, look, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I don't know if Sam Darnold can beat this team. I don't know.
It's a big spot, standalone spot. When you're on top of the division,
like
he's been scared of big games.
I mean, and he has struggled very much against the Rams, and I get it. Like, he had a horrible game a few weeks ago, and they still almost won that game. Like, I'm here for it. I do love the Seahawks, but like, if you're asking me basically at a 1.5, it's a pick'em game. Sam Darnold and the Seahawks against the Rams, I'm going to take the Rams. I think that's just the spot to bet. I think this is where the Rams separate themselves, and they show that we're the best team in the league. We're easily the best team in the conference, and we are the best team in the league. And the league comes through us. And the NFC, this playoff run comes through us, comes through LA. So, yeah, I dig that. Okay. Next one, we go to Sunday. We're not taking either of the Saturday games. I wanted to, but I just can't.
I thought you would have maybe did the Bears.
I wanted to, but it felt a lot like that Lions-Packers game on Thanksgiving, where it was like, I could see this going either way. And I still was like, I'll take a side, though. And I shouldn't have. I could see that going either way, so I'm going to stay away from it.
That's fair.
I will take, look, we got to take the Browns plus 10.5. It's gross. They're at home, though, and the Bills are inconsistent. The Bills just played the game of their lives.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking about picking the Browns for upset.
This is where the Bills drop a random game.
Just because they lost to the Falcons this year
in Atlanta.
In Atlanta. Who else did they lose to? They
dropped to the Texans on Thursday night. They dropped to your Dolphins.
Yeah, they lost to the Texans are a good team, but yeah, they will have some like randomly dropped games. That's fair.
I mean, like, and all 3 of those we just talked about were on the road. So, I mean, this team is, they got a win against Pittsburgh on the road. They got a win against the Patriots on the road. Again, a win against the Panthers on the road. But, like, there's not the Jets on the road. But, like, there's not a lot of meaningful, like, road wins. And I'm not even picking the Bills to lose this game. But, like, I don't understand why people haven't picked up that people are like, I don't know what to make of this Browns defense. Like, everybody thinks they're really good, and then they struggle, and, like, nobody has figured out in the national media for some reason, or at least not a lot of people, that the Browns defense is good at home. That's the split. Like, when they went to play Detroit, and everybody's like, well, the Browns, they got that defense. I'm like, they're on the road. They're in a dome on the road. Like, they're going to struggle. And they did, but then I don't know why people haven't figured that out. Like, their defense is a lot better at home. And I mean, 20 to 10 covers, So I'm taking the Browns plus 10.5.
Okay, you talked me into that one.
I mean, how good is the Browns the Bills defense? Like, I mean, I know Shadur's not maybe amazing, but like they can score something. It's not like they're gonna get offered. So I like the Browns plus 10.5 there. All right, this one, I don't even know why I'm doing this one. I shouldn't, but I'm just trusting the math. I'm going Cowboys minus 2.5.
Oh, okay.
It makes no sense to me. That line makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I was. We were talking about this before we started recording. I was shocked that the Chargers aren't favored in this.
Yeah,
one.
Exactly. That's what Vegas. I think Vegas wants you to be like, Chargers getting points. Give me that all day long. All the pros are betting the Cowboys, And like that's the instinct. The instinct is
The
clear.
Chargers pretty good at stopping the pass.
They're okay. They're okay. But like I look, I don't have a lot of like rationale. This is very much this is why I say like I don't love that I'm doing this, because there's not like any math I'm looking at that tells me the Cowboys have this advantage here. It's just the math says you should bet the Cowboys here. Like they're at home, they're randomly a favorite. That's when you should smash them, because everybody's going to come in and take the Chargers getting points, and that's when they're going to lose. So Cowboys minus 2.5. I don't feel good about it though. Next one. This is just blind faith. Bucs minus 3. On the road, it violates all my principles. You're taking the road favorite in a division game, and I gotta have it. Like, the Bucs are better than the Panthers, and I know, and it's kind of like
they're both 7-7.
I know, and like I think the Bucs are getting a little undervalued here because everybody's just hung up on the game they blew the game against the Saints, and then 4 days later they blew a game against the Falcons. And everybody's hung up on Todd Bowles, and everything's falling apart. I think it's not a smoke screen. Like, I'm not saying it's not real, but like I think people get bogged down and they think that's when you have to fade a team. And I think generally, actually, you should bet into that team, because the Bucs know what's at stake here. Like, and they know what the opportunities they've lost, but like they are still a veteran team. Baker Mayfield has been in this spot before. They have an older team. I don't know how much the Bucs defense is not good, but I don't know how much I trust the Panthers offense to take advantage of that necessarily, at least in a meaningful way.
They can run on them.
They can run on them. But I also think they're kind of cooled down on the run a little bit. And I trust the better team here in the big spot with the experience to get it done. Like, I feel like we're going to get to the end of this week and they're going to beat the Panthers 27-17, and we're going to go, yeah, of course that was going to happen. Now, this season has been crazy and topsy-turvy, and we've had moments like that, and it didn't go the way we thought it would, so we'll see if we do get that, but like that's my thought process. Okay. Last one. I don't feel good about this one either. I'm taking the Patriots plus 3. Kind of feels weird because it does feel like that Cowboys-Chargers game where it's like, well, clearly they want you to bet the Patriots, but I just think the Patriots are going to take care of business. Like, I just do. I think Mike Vrabel's a great coach. I think that was a learned experience last week. I think they're going to come out with a great game plan. They're first in the league in the first half in point differential. I think they're just going to go out there with a good game plan. They're going to execute, and I think the Ravens are going to have a hard time because they've had a hard time all year long. And I think the Patriots are probably going to win the game outright. So I don't feel good about it. I feel like I should be betting the Ravens here, but I just can't bring myself to bet the Ravens, so I'm betting Patriots. So those are the 5. One more time. Rams on Thursday night, 1.5 plus 1.5. Browns plus 10.5 at home against the Bills. Cowboys minus 2.5 at home against the Chargers. Patriots plus 3 on the road against the Ravens. And Bucs minus 3 on the road against the Panthers. Feels like 2-3. What you got? What's yours? You hit last week.
I did, even though I didn't pick the right team to win, but I did hit on the Saints.
Ooh, he's thinking.
I'm thinking. It's in Detroit. It's a whole touchdown, which they are better. Like, they just are just better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can take one of my bets, by the way. Like, don't be scared off if you like one of my bets, or go against me. That's always the most fun.
No, I think for the most part, like, your logic was, I think, pretty sound. I I mean, yeah.
A little inconsistent here.
It's what, yeah,
I'm
it's
breaking
what
a
it
lot.
is.
I'm starting to break a lot of my rules, but
Like,
it
I
keeps
hear
working
you
for
on
me,
the
and I'm a little concerned.
yeah. I hear on the Browns, the Bucks. I'm like, I mean, I get what you. I do understand what you mean. Cowboys, yeah. I'm probably gonna yeah. Like I said, I was gonna stay away from the Patriots game.
Yep. Yeah, I honestly, I was not a big fan of the board this week. It was very tough to find 5 that I just felt great about.
Yeah. It's a whole touchdown. Like a whole touchdown.
Ba, ba, ba.
It's a whole touchdown.
It is. I see. I wanted that one too. I thought about it.
Whole touchdown. That's the only thing. Like, I think they can win by a touchdown. I'm looking at the Lions Steelers for people at home. It's a whole touchdown, which, I mean, on paper, yes, I think Detroit is a touchdown, like, better than the Steelers, but I don't know. Denver Jacksonville's interesting. That's a sneaky good game. That's a good one. That's a playoff. That could be a playoff matchup. That should be fun. That's funny. Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. We're the underdogs to Cincinnati. I'm not happy about it, but I think I will go to the Lions -7.
Dang, I wanted that one, but just the Lions they've just disappointed me. And like I feel like I've bet them in this spot a bunch this year. And they just haven't like cashed in for me on that, and I'm just like I want that, but I am a little nervous. But like I think it's a good spot because like I don't have any faith in that Steelers defense, and I know that offense has been like better, but I know the Lions have a suspect secondary, but I can't bring myself to say the Steelers have a great pass game.
I mean, the Lions just lost, so this is a back-to-back, and they just lost to the Rams. So history says, this season has said they should win this one. They've been on a lose-win. That's so crazy. Why is nobody talking about that? I might change it. Hold on. That's just a lot of points, man. 14.5. Like 3 possessions. Well, yeah, I mean, it'd be 3 possessions. That's 3 possessions. I mean, they should. It's the Raiders. Hold on.
What are we doing here?
Who's starting for this game? Who's starting for the Raiders? Is it Gino?
I think it's Kenny Pickett. I think it's Kenny Pickett still, no?
It's just a lot of points. I'll go with them again. They didn't disappoint. No, that's a lot of. Nah, Saints 4.5. I'm changing.
Saints minus. You're taking the Saints as favorites.
Saints favorite.
Oh man, that is bold. Tyler Shuck though. Tyler Shuck been going crazy.
I don't know. They might be a team I might want to watch out for. I don't know. We'll see how I feel in however many months until the next season. But I don't know. That white boy can ball a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what he does. But the Jets have given up. I don't like who's starting for the Jets. I don't even know.
I don't think they haven't said who's starting for them, so they don't even know.
Yeah, like it's been a mess over there for the Jets. And I rode with them this year, last week, and I mean I don't know. They playing really well, so here's hoping. Saints -4.5. Going back to the well.
All right. Well, Christian, we've arrived. It's time yet again to do that thing that we do where we pick the games and we make our predictions for the week. Christian, we'll go ahead and start with this amazing Thursday night game. We got the Rams and the Seahawks off the rip. I am going to go the Rams.
Yeah, Rams as well. It's a see it. Yeah, I gotta see it for me to believe in Sam Darnold to play well in a big game. So, yeah, I need to see it first. So hats out to him if he gets it done tomorrow and he plays well or has like a decent game. I mean, hell, if he throws one less interception, they probably could win this. They probably could have beat the Rams back win. So, but I just don't trust it. So, yeah, Rams as well.
All right, let's go to our Saturday slate. We got the Eagles at Commanders. I'm gonna take the Eagles. Yeah. I know people are waiting to see if the Eagles are actually falling out of the sky. I don't think they are. I mean, I just it doesn't matter. I'm taking the Eagles. We don't have to get into that. There's a whole lot of stuff I could say about that.
Yeah, not a hard pick for me either. As I said, the Commanders. I'm going to the Eagles, but yeah, the Commanders I feel like they've kind of melded in. I know you could play spoiler and make it tough for Philadelphia, but I think just Philadelphia is just top to bottom, just way better roster than this team. So like I think talent will just prevail over the Commanders, and I mean, I guess you're hoping they lose this game, but I don't think they should. Like they should just. Maybe not easily win, but they should. Their talent should just get them over the hump here.
All right. And then we got the big one, Packers traveling to Soldier Field on I guess, Saturday Night Football.
Saturday night. Well, yeah, because college doesn't. They're all doing their bowl games now, so they don't own Saturday right now.
Who you got?
This is the one I haven't written. Well, one of the few games I haven't written down. Because I just don't know. I feel like you said, this could go either way. I could see either team winning. I'll go Bears. I'll rock with them.
I am going Bears as well. I mean,
look, damn! I thought you were going Packers.
No. I think we are going to see a Packers team cooling down. They've had a bad second half against the Bears. They had a tough game last week. They lost some players. The Bears lost to the Packers, but were heating up. Got a blowout win last week. I think you are seeing two teams kind of starting to trend in opposite directions, and I think the Bears are going to continue that trend. So, and I mean, like, what are the Packers doing in big games? You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like we have any evidence that like they're like they beat the Cowboys that one time. They kind of made it interesting against the Niners the week before, but like,
was the Lions game? Would you consider that a big game on Thanksgiving?
Well, and that was kind of I had a rant that I was gonna post. I don't know if I will, but like, my point was like, every time that we have asked the Packers to like prove they're great, they have not, outside of the time they played the Lions. Like, against the Lions, they have done it, but against the Eagles last year twice, they didn't do it. Against the Eagles this year, they didn't do it. I guess they kind of did against the Bears, but against the Broncos, they didn't do it. Like, I feel like we've seen this team in a few circumstances just not rise to the occasion, and I'm not fully convinced that like this team will, not with everything going on. So I'm gonna pick the Bears. All right, Bears. We go to Sunday. Bills at Browns. I'm gonna go Bills. I mean,
yeah, I was trying to see like maybe I was trying to think. I'm like, maybe this could be one of the like random games they drop because they've been doing that this season. But I just that Browns offense isn't wonderful. Even though I'm rooting for Shador, but yeah. Myles Garrett can get the sack record in this game, right? I mean, he's 3 games.
He's 1 sack away from tying it.
Oh, this is 1.5.
He's 1.5 from breaking it.
But
he's got 21.5. The record is 22.
Oh, so he's going to break it this year. So, shout out to him.
I hope he does, and I hope he does it in the next 2 weeks. Because then that gets, we did this thing with Cooper Kupp where it was like, which I don't care about. But it was this, we had the extra game. And I'm like, okay, who cares? I don't care about that. Why do you care about that? But so I just hope he does it in the 16 games so nobody can say that and like caveat his record. It'd be amazing. It'd be amazing. He's already one of the best. He's outside of Aaron Donald, I think he's the best defensive player of this generation. He's going to be a Hall of Famer, and this would just be a nice feather in the cap on just what has been an insane career. So
only if he left this year, and he'd be in way bigger games, and it would be great to see him.
But would he have the sack record? Maybe. All right.
He'd still have a pretty solid year if he was on a contender this year.
Yeah, I mean, we don't rate defensive players the same way. Like Myles Garrett doesn't need to get a ring to justify what he's done. I wish he could. I wish he could, but he doesn't need it. But anyway, Chargers at Cowboys. I'm gonna go Cowboys. No conviction. Cowboys? No conviction.
Okay.
I still am very skeptical about the Chargers.
That is fair, yeah. But I don't know if Dallas is the team.
Yeah, I feel that. Like they've been,
because that's why I'm going Chargers. I might want to try to go to this game. Who knows? It is
tickets as low as $26.
That's a lie. Because when I click on it, it's like $29 for stand-in tickets.
Okay, yeah, 29, 26.
But yeah, it's not bad. Like I think that's a very affordable. I wouldn't get a seat. I'd probably just get a standing ticket. But it's just like it's not far to get to Arlington, but it's like the parking situation is not fun, and I'm thinking about going to this one. We'll see though.
All right, well, take pictures if you do. We can make it the thumbnail. All right, here we go. This one is fascinating to me. Chiefs, Titans.
This is going to be an interesting, fun little game. This is going to be interesting to just see on how the Chiefs look without Patrick Mahomes. We finally get to see that in these final 3 games and see what holes they got. I'm still going Chiefs. It's the Titans. It's the Titans. They could I wouldn't be too shocked if the Titans pull an upset here. But I think the Chiefs should be better. You still got Travis Kelce out there. You still got Andy Reid. You still got Chris Jones.
You have talent. The Titans have the Chiefs, for all their struggles and how they need to reset stuff, and Patrick Mahomes is gone. They have talent. The Titans don't. The Titans have no talent. We're comparing the Chiefs to the upper echelon of teams. And we go, they don't have enough talent. Yeah, they don't have enough talent compared to the Rams, the Broncos, but they're not a bottom dweller roster. I think so many people are picking the Titans. I don't see it. I think they're gonna still beat the Titans. I think without Patrick Mahomes, they're still better than the Titans. So I'm taking the Chiefs. If they were playing the Bengals or they were playing the Lions or the Steelers or something
maybe
that's when I
pick against the Steelers. Maybe,
but maybe, but it's okay, yeah, that's kind of a balanced game there. But against the Titans, come on, what are we doing here? Don't overthink this. Come on. I know it's on the road, so that's my only kind of caveat. But I'm taking the
Titans haven't won a game this season at home.
Yeah, I don't.
No comment. Chiefs only won 1 game on the road this season.
All right, Bengals, Dolphins. I'm going Dolphins.
Oh. Huh. I'm going Bengals. I want to pick the Dolphins. I think I saw enough of Quinn Ewers in Texas. It wasn't very spectacular.
It was not at all. I very much hated Quinn Ewers in Texas.
And I mean, for what it's worth, I know Joe Burrow's is down in the dumps and stuff like that, but he's still Joe Burrow. And so I got the Bengals here, but I'm obviously rooting against my own pick here. But I gotta pick who I think is gonna win, and I don't think we can win this one, but I'm rooting for him. And
All right, let's go. Jets at Saints. I'm going Saints.
I'm going Saints too. A little nervous about that 4.5, but it is what it is.
All right, let's go Vikings at Giants.
Ugh. Nah, I'm due with the Giants. Vikings. I'm done. I'm done with the Giants.
I'm going Giants.
Okay. Okay.
All right, let's go the big game. Tampa Bay Bucs traveling to Carolina.
This is the one I don't know. Yeah. I gotta go Bucks. It's the smarter pick.
Yeah, I'm going Bucs as well. All right, this is a very interesting matchup. And really, to me, it's the best game in that late window.
Yes.
The Jaguars going to Denver.
Oh, like Steelers Lions. It doesn't don't get me wrong. It doesn't compare to that. The Jags Bucks, but I like that's a close second.
No, I agree. It's the second. The other two are just trash.
They're
not. I'm not going to watch those games if I can watch these two. I'll catch up on those on like Monday or Tuesday.
Come on now. The Broncos at home, 7-0 at home.
I am gonna. I'm just kidding. I'm taking.
Okay, I was like Broncos. You see this?
No, of course, I'm taking the Broncos. Of course.
I was about to.
Of course, I'm taking the Broncos.
Oh,
of course. I wanted to take them in the best bets, but I just.
That's
-+3. I was like, Jacksonville's probably better than we think they are. I could see that being a weird one. So, no, but I think the Broncos will win. All right, this one. We're going to the desert. Falcons in Arizona.
Falcons are favored.
Yeah. I'm going Cardinals.
Damn. I think I'm going Cardinals too. No, I'll go Falcons. Sure.
All right, cool. All right, the other kind of decent game in that afternoon window, the Steelers traveling to Detroit. I'm going Lions here.
Same.
But boy, if the Steelers get it done, amazing.
Whoa.
Amazing. The narratives are going to be rewritten.
They'd be 8-7. Ravens still are in it if they win. They just it's a weird one. I'm going Lions too, but if they get the upset, Detroit hasn't lost a back-to-back game in the Dan Campbell era, and they've been riding on this lose-win record. They lost to the Rams last week, so they should win this one. They haven't lost a back-to-back.
All right. Yeah, I think, is that trend going to continue? The trend tells you, again, you picked them -7, or you said they were like potentially one of the bets. Like, we should see them do what they need to do against the Steelers team that always flails at this time of year. So, interesting. And then, Raiders travel into Houston. I'm taking Houston.
Raiders, no. I'm taking the Texans. That's crazy.
Dude, if you wanted the Raiders for the upset, you should take them as a 14.5-point underdog.
Yeah. If I really did think the Raiders could win this game, then I would have took it. But that's a lot of points. It's 3 possessions.
That's a lot. Yeah. All right, here we go. We get the Sunday night. We got Patriots traveling to Baltimore.
Good one.
I'm going Patriots, but I don't feel it in my bones. I won't lie.
That is exactly how I felt, even though I talked about how this team has been more consistent than Baltimore. But, I get why Baltimore is favored. They're at home. This is Baltimore. Lamar, this is a more experienced team. This is a playoff game atmosphere game. So I get why the Ravens are favored, but I just think the Patriots have just been way more consistent. And again, I have talked for these past few weeks that I do not believe in Baltimore. And even if they do win this game, I don't know if it changes. It depends on how. If now they just dominate, then I'm like, okay, well, damn. But if this is another close game or whatever, and they win, even if they win in a nail biter, it just depends. I guess it just depends on how on what we see on Sunday night. But
Sunday
I do
night.
not believe in the Ravens.
I have to say, one of the saddest developments on our podcast this season has been how out you are on the Ravens.
Yeah, my Super Bowl pick.
It's been so sad because, like,
They've just
I
been
love the Ravens, but
too
you also love the
inconsistent.
Ravens, and, like, it just feels like week after week, you're just like, I'm out on them. I've been out on them. They're not bringing me back, and I keep trying to be like, come on, and you're just like,
you got to show me
I'm
something.
out. I'm out. So
You got to show me something. It could start here. You got to show me
start here.
something.
all right, and then we go to our Monday night game. Could have been good. Kind of is good. Phillip Rivers, whatever. 49ers calls. I'm going Niners.
Yeah, give me the Niners here.
All right, bet. All right, well, everybody.
Man, if only the Niners were healthy, this would have been my other team. This would have been the team. I love me my Niners.
All right, well, everybody, that's it. We picked them. We love you. We cherish you. We're going to get on out of here, but thank you so much for listening. Christian, I won't lie. We're getting a ton of traction on YouTube right now.
Hell yeah.
I can't keep up with the comments. Like, I used to just respond to them throughout the day because we'd get like one or two that trickle in like on platforms. Dude,
damn, I can't believe you're doing that.
They are coming in so like I could literally have to just spend so much of my day just sitting there doing that. So I got to figure out like a new way to do that so I'm not just on my phone all the time.
Stupid?
No. I mean some of them call me stupid, but a lot of it's our shorts. But no, it's mostly been nice. You know, I think most people keep it real. They're like disagreeing about the football element of it. You get some people who come in and they just insult you, but those are just trolls.
Yeah.
But most, 90% of it is like good video. I like this list. I don't understand why you took this player over this player. It's crazy that you said that, like, but it's not. It's not like insulting me.
No. Yeah.
So, but no, I mean, it's been crazy.
I guess because we aren't women, but they be crazy.
Yeah. Wait, who?
No, the comments and stuff.
Oh, the comments. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like,
no, I see what you're saying. If we were women, like, definitely get it harder online for sure.
We'd be getting all sorts of called out of our names and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
No, 100%. No, I mean, it's been fine, but it's been a lot. Like, it's really ramped up. But anyway, check us out, y'all. Leave us some comments. I'm going to reply to you. I reply to almost everybody. So if you want to come talk to me, I'm there.
I ain't got the mental capacity to do all that. I can barely text my friends. So. I can't imagine responding to random people. I did want to respond to that one person that was a while ago when we were talking about the Chargers. That really got me.
It always, yeah.
I was just like, I just don't get the just die hard. Whatever. We don't have to get into it.
All right. Well, we're on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, your favorite podcasting app. Give us a like, give us a comment, give us a rating, give us a share. We love you. We cherish you. We'll be back after the games on Sunday to recap them and let you know what our thoughts are. So until then, peace, be safe. We love you. Next week's Christmas. Get your shopping done if you haven't.
Why'd you have to remind me of that?
For sure. All right, bye.